Some good blue milk, I tell ya. Oh yeah, this is a Star Wars mug. This is a Star Wars review for the Mandalorian and Grogu. We all know for the last decade, Star Wars has been under the hand of the mouse. It's been slowly declining more and more each year. It's kind of in a dead state right now. Like, it's not fully dead, but it's like on the verge of death. We are preparing the tombstones as we speak. Going into this movie, my expectations were kind of mixed. Like, I wanted to like it a lot more. I wanted to be way more hyped for it than I was. But it's a movie based on a 3-season TV show. The latest season was a bit worse than the first two, and had an entire spin-off show that you had to watch before you could get to that third season, because important things happen in that show. Overall thoughts on the movie is that this is the smallest scale Star Wars movie to date. The stakes are not really all that high. It's really just adventures with Mandalorian and Grogu. I really like what they do with Grogu in this movie. He's very cute and adorable, which, you know, even I have to admit. But they also give him things to do. He's not just kind of there for cuteness. Like, he actually does stuff as well. He doesn't just kind of exist to sell merch, although that is also a big part of it. You have all these little tiny creatures. They were in Season 3. I forget what they're called, but if you guys remember from Episode 9, that movie, there was that one character, Babu Frick. It's the same species as him, you know, kind of cute little guys that can be used to sell merch, kind of like porgs or whatever. You know, it's in the same boat there. They were pretty fun. They were kind of cute, funny, whatever. You also have Martin Scorsese in this movie. It took me for a whirlwind. No, this movie is not absolute cinema, in case you were wondering. It is not. This movie is not terrible. I mean, it's pretty fine. There's nothing abhorrent here. Nothing in this movie am I looking at and thinking, man, this sucks. Trust me, I've been disappointed by plenty of Star Wars in the last 10 years. This isn't really disappointing. This is probably a meeting of expectations. You know, I was expecting maybe a 7 out of 10 casual, fun little adventure with Mando and Grogu, and that is quite literally what I got. This is not peak cinema. This is not peak Star Wars. It's just content. And the problem with it being just content is, this is Star Wars. This should be more than content. This should be really fleshed out and good. Now that this isn't, it's just pretty basic. It's straightforward. It is content. That's what Star Wars feels like at this point. It used to be a cultural event anytime there was a Star Wars movie. I remember The Force Awakens not being able to watch it opening night because the theaters were too filled. We had to go in advance, like 30 to 40 minutes early the next day just to get somewhat decent seats. All right. The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, I had to get there an hour early. I think maybe even an hour and a half early, just to be in line to get seats. Now, none of that matters anymore because tickets are all online and reserved anyway, so this was just a basic, like, Friday night screening in IMAX. There was nothing special here. It didn't feel like there was some extra Star Wars stuff. There were 2 people dressed up as Imperials, but other than that, there was nothing. Star Wars used to be far bigger, far more of a monoculture event. There's nothing here anymore. It's pretty much straightforward Star Wars content. And so, at the end of the day, while I like this movie, while I have fun with it, it's also very low scale. It's not anything grand and spectacular. In many ways, this is fine. You can enjoy it. There is a broader thing, I would say, with Star Wars being in the state that it's in, but I can't complain too much. I had low expectations going in, and they were met, so, you know, I can't really be all mad. Like, I'm satisfied with what I got, sure. I'll watch this movie again in the future, I'm sure of it, but this isn't anything super grand and spectacular at the same time. I would say this movie's about, like I said, a 7 out of 10. It's a borderline good time, and like, there's nothing egregious here. If you like Star Wars, you'll like this overall. There's nothing even remotely offensive. It's just super safe and bland. It's content. Is it better than other Star Wars movies? Yes. It is, I guess, overall, by default, one of the weakest ones at the same time. Again, this isn't bad. Most Star Wars movies are really good. I can recommend overall, if you like Star Wars, go ahead and watch it. Pretty much all Star Wars, with a few exceptions, are Christian approved, and I'd say like 5 to 8 plus. Use your discretion as a parent at that point. So that applies here. I'd say probably 7 to 8 here. There are some weird violent scenes at times that are kind of unexpectedly violent for even Mandalorian. So other than that, though, there's nothing absurd here. Totally Christian approved. Yeah, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll see what comes next with Star Wars. There are a lot of rumors of where they could be going. I am curious to see how the culture will react next summer when we get Starfighter. See, that is an original Star Wars movie that could be moving the needle to something bigger. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Romans 10:13. Take care and God bless.